everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mehek. I hope you guys are all fine, and like always I also hope that you guys are reading. Back with the book of the week that I finished. It's actually a debut novel and it was sent to me by HarperCollins, but obviously this review is non-biased. The book that I finished is A Disappearance in Fiji. It's by Nilima. It's a mystery novel which is set in the 19th century. It's actually inspired from her grandparents' story, who are from the lineage of indentured workers. There were around 60,000 of them which were sent during that period of 19th century to Fiji Islands to work on a sugarcane plantation. These are basically bonded laborers who go on a contract of 5 years, they in return they're paid a very minimum wage, which is, I think, I was just reading online during that time, it was just what, 8 rupees for a month, and in return they also get some food. So this was a common problem during that 19th century, and the background of the book is kind of set in that era. Now, coming to our main character, now Akal Singh is our main character. He is in police force, so he's someone who was sent to Hong Kong when he was only but 19 to join the police forces. So he comes from a very middle class family. Father is a teacher, mother is a homemaker, he has sisters, so there's this financial burden of getting them wed and the dowry, etc. So in order to support his family, and through father's contact, he is sent to join the police forces, and it actually turned out very well for him because he's really liking being in Hong Kong, and he has achieved a standing there, and he's popular in the police forces. However, what happens is Akal commits an innocent crime, or innocent mistake, actually not a crime, and because of which it brings humiliation to his professional career in Hong Kong. Now, as a punishment, post this incident, he's left with two choices. Either he's been asked to go back to India, so he obviously does not want to do that, or he gets demoted and he has to go to Fiji Islands, which is also not really a greater option for him. But obviously he can't go back, so he decides to go to Fiji Island, not looking forward to it at all. So obviously when he reaches Fiji, he's very lonely and he's grumpy and he's complaining and he's just kind of dragging himself in the everyday job at Fiji and really thinking about the days he can go back to Hong Kong. Now, once in Fiji, Akal is put to a case of a night prowler. He's basically someone the police force has not been able to catch, who is terrorizing children by whispering in their windows in the night. No one is able to find out who this night prowler is, so Akal is working on this case. However, to his surprise, he's suddenly removed from this case and he's asked to investigate a different case altogether. Now, this case is that a woman named Kunti, who's also a part of these indentured workers working on the plantation on the Fiji Island, she has gone missing. Now, obviously, bonded laborer going missing wouldn't have caught much news or attention of the police force. However, the Indian delegation is in town, and there's a pressure from the government, and one of the church priest has gone and complained to the newspaper that actually this woman Kunti, someone has kidnapped her. So because of this whole thing of her being kidnapped and pressure from the Indian government, there is a pressure on the police forces in Fiji Island to find out what has happened to this Indian woman working on the plantation, whose name is Kunti. Now, Akal reluctantly takes on this case, and once he takes on this case, he travels, and it's been a year that he's in Fiji Island, but he's never really thought about these coolies, these workers, or never really been to the place where they are working. Once he arrives at the plantation, he realizes that the plantation is owned by these very influential couple, Australian couple, Susan and Henry Parkins. And according to them, Kunti was just having an affair and she probably ran with this another Australian guy. Now, Akal feels that that is not true, and he starts investigating, and he feels that there is some foul play at action. This story has more than what meets the eye. Now, during this process of investigation, he also, you know, comes to know about the plight of these Indian workers, these bonded laborers, you know, the horrible condition that they are living in, and the different scandals that are happening on the plantation. So the majority of the story is about Akal, you know, investigating and finding what really happened with Kunti. Now towards the end, obviously Akal is able to find out, the mystery is revealed. Wow, you know, where is Kunti and what really happened with her. But we also find out about why Akal was exactly, you know, sent from Hong Kong to Fiji, what really happened in Hong Kong. So those secrets are also revealed. It's just the night prowler, you know, incident that is not really solved. So the night prowler is still on loose. But yeah, so this is majorly the plot of the book. So Akal is really in the entire book solving this mystery of what really happened with Kunti, and to this the author has added the historical background of these bonded laborers in Fiji. Actually, I was reading online, this was a common problem, I think, in late 18th century, early 19th century. I think 1.6 million you know, Indian laborers were sent to the European countries to work, you know, as cheap laborers on these plantations, which was a huge problem then. And you know, they were treated horribly, and women were treated very horribly, and they were just given very bare minimum wages, and the conditions that they lived were really horrible. So I think it was very sad to read about that. The book has also spoken about issues of white racism, and obviously the issues of the bonded laborers that I have spoken about. All in all, I would say it was an engaging read. It was fast-paced. I never felt bored or, you know, like I just want to keep the book away. No, I didn't get that feeling. However, what I have to say is that people who are used to crime thrillers, now I don't read a lot of crime thrillers, but if you're someone who reads a lot of crime thrillers, the mystery reveal at the end of the day, it wouldn't come as a big surprise to you. I mean, that is what the feeling that I got, you know. It wasn't really a big surprise or something that you didn't guess, I guess. So yeah, that was the only complaint in a way from the book. But I think overall it's a very engaging and a light crime mystery novel that I think you should definitely try. I think the characters are amazing. Akal is funny. He has a constable who is you know, equally funny, and becomes his friend in Fiji Islands. And then he has another friend who is a doctor who really helps him in the investigation. So all these interesting characters really make the plot very engaging. So I think you should definitely give it a try. That was all on this book. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you have read the book, please let me know in the comments below. I'm going to see you guys next week with another title. It's the autumn month starting, and if you have followed me for a while now, you know that every autumn month I usually pick up, you know, Halloween and witchy reads, and I'm really excited for it. And December is kept for Christmas reads. So these are 2 months that I follow with regards to my reading patterns. So I'm really looking forward to some witchy autumn reads. If you have any suggestions for the books that I should pick, and you know, around these themes of autumn and witchy reads, Halloween, perfect reads, please let me know in the comments. Take care. Bye bye.